Thank you very much, Diane. It's an honor to be here this morning. I'm happy to convey a message from the Senator. I first and foremost want to thank New Page. I'm very proud to be among the best of the best. I too am a family member. I had a brother-in-law push chips across the way for a number of years, so I'm very pleased to be here. I have the following to convey from the Senator. Good afternoon. I want to express my appreciation to the Alliance for American Manufacturing and the many members of the Rumford community for helping bring us together today in strong opposition to unfair trade practices that cost jobs and harm families here in Maine. According to the Maine Department of Labor, over 30,000 manufacturing jobs have been lost in Maine, where such losses have a devastating impact, particularly on small towns like Rumford. And clearly, it is no coincidence that a withering of our country's once unparalleled manufacturing base took place during a period of increased imports from large and often poorly regulated, low-cost foreign producers. When China joined the World Trade Organization in 2001, it promised to make key reforms in its trade policies. Yet, according to the report released by the Economic Policy Institute last month, since China joined the World Trade Organization, 2.4 million jobs have been lost or displaced in the United States, severely impacting trade-sensitive industries like paper production in Maine and resulting in a burgeoning U.S. trade deficit. As of last year, China had a strong 198 billion trade surplus with the rest of the world, and its exports to the U.S. were outpacing imports by more than 4 to 1. One of our greatest concerns is that China continues to significantly undervalue its currency, making Chinese imports artificially cheaper when competing with U.S. goods. In response, last month, Senator Collins and I joined with a bipartisan group of our colleagues in the Senate to introduce new legislation to vigorously confront China's currency manipulation, which unfairly and negatively affects U.S. trade. Our bill requires the U.S. government to press China to allow its currency to appreciate more rapidly, according to market forces. This will be a critical tool in our effort to fight unemployment and stand up for American workers, and I am hopeful Congress will move swiftly to enact this proposal. Furthermore, I am concerned that import competition from, and in some cases offshoring of entire product lines, countries with low wages, poor labor standards, lax environmental laws will continue to disseminate our economy unless Congress takes a firm action to enforce trade laws and compel other governments to live up to their commitments under existing trade agreements. To meet these goals, I have urged the President to coordinate closely with Congress to develop a detailed plan for enforcing international trade laws, giving greater assurances to manufacturing workers and businesses that unfair trade practices such as currency manipulation, infringement upon intellectual property rights, and labor and environmental exploitation will be consistently challenged in our government by formal dispute resolution cases. From Maine to the Mid-Coast, the silence of our government on these rapid trade violations has become the silence of our factories. It is time that the time has come for our government to challenge trade distorting practices, and in doing so begin to level the playing field for American manufacturers and workers and businesses. Thank you for your support today. I look forward to working with my colleagues to send this critical legislation to the President's desk at the earliest possible date. Again, I want to thank you all for being here on this important issue.